name's Tahu Parkinson. I'm originally from New Zealand, born and raised, and I moved to the US in 2019 to join Shen Yun as a sound engineer, which I've been working since then. I originally started as a musician. When we were young, we used to play music in a family band and tour around. And as I developed, I started to write music, and then that led me into the sound production side of things. As a sound engineer, a touring sound engineer, we also do a lot of in-house work here regarding the in-house concerts. We're exposed to a very broad amount of different types of sound engineering. You may come in with a single specific skill set, and we're given the opportunity here to really evolve and be dynamic in different ways and expand our skill sets. We are trying to maintain the natural sound that's coming from the orchestra itself. So be transparent, but at the same time, make what sound is coming from the orchestra as rich and as energetic as possible. And we've gone through a whole process of testing digital and analog, and we've found that the sonic qualities of the analog equipment is something we like and something that suits us. From a young age, I was very interested in the meaning of life. I started with martial arts, and then that led me into the body-mind experience. And then while I was in audio school, I actually met a Falun Dafa practitioner who was a student with us. And the exercises had an extremely powerful effect on me. And then after I'd read the main teachings, Zhuang Falun, all the questions that I had been seeking in my life were answered. For me, there was no doubt. There was no doubt in my mind that this was something I'm going to practice for the rest of my life. The absolute treasure of my position is that, I'm able to view the show close to 100 times in a season. Even after seeing the show that many times, the amount of detail and the depth and the immense amount of creativity that's presented in the show, I can't take in one sitting. And being able to integrate the sound into the performance is very much a very spiritual experience, to be honest. And when you feel the experience, musically and sonically, and you're able to see what the dancers are doing on stage, it can be very moving. The opening scenes are always so majestic, and they really transcend our whole viewpoint from this ordinary world into a heavenly paradise. And then from the artistic perspective, I really am moved by the male classical Chinese dance and the female classical Chinese dance. That, for me, is a showcase of just the exceptional talent that these dancers are presenting. And then finally, the Monkey King, that still have that inner child and, are very playful and a little mischievous. That's a real treat. It's hard to choose, but there's some good stuff. I think the most important thing is the attitude. As long as I've been able to maintain a positive attitude, you can always overcome the challenge. You can always make the improvement. And with Falun Dafa as the foundation of my whole worldview, it's given me such an open mindset. And as long as I'm open-minded to be able to improve myself and look at myself in the process, then I'm able to let go of the things that are inhibiting me and make the right decisions to elevate myself spiritually and mentally and physically. So be open-minded and enjoy the ride.